All right, so these are my trading notes for the 4th of August 2026. And in the overnight last night, I did not take these trades. I was just watching them, but they were two very good trades last night for the Asian session. But the ones I did get in this morning, I will point out right now, at least in this account. So I've got three eval accounts right here that I'm going to show that are all green today, but I just want to show what I did and what I was thinking at the time, and one that I made a mistake by not taking profit. So here's what I was looking at. That so you were coming down and it pulled back up, but you were below the 20. This is the VWAP down here, so I figured I had an order in to buy it at the VWAP to cover, but I sold short below this low right here, and because there was a low here and there was a low here, so it actually filled me on this candle right here. And the RSI had already passed below the 50. The DMI had crossed over, and at this point, I think well, there wasn't a lot of volume on this CDV, but if I remember right, everything was looking good. So let me show you this one account. What I did, I got short here. I believe it was 10 contracts, 10 micros. I didn't fade any of them. I thought it was going to go on down, at least two in this area. And I had one, I was going to take off one at 901, and then the others in the 990 some in that area. And it went against me. So I saw it was going back up against me. And I had so after it pulled back once and went back down and couldn't continue on, I put a stop in at break even. So at the end of this trade, I was up about $8. Then I realized what I've seen in the past is if that pattern can't continue on in that direction, that little reversal area, and I was ready for to look for longs. And so all I was doing was waiting for it to get back up above the 20, which is the blue line. We had this the crossover of the RSI and the crossover DMI. And this was a fair value gap right here. So it was right at the corner of it. So on this one, let me see where I put in my buy order. Okay, it was at the top when it broke that range. And so once it broke the high, I started, and I had 10 or 11. I can't remember. I guess I could count the triangles, but I don't really care. So once all these were filled, I did take a little bit of heat right here, though. And then about 10 points. And then when it got up in this area, I just started peeling them off. And on this one, I think I was up $300 and some. And I said, okay, I'll close this one out and get in one of the others. So let me pause it and get over to one of the other accounts here. All right, so this next account, everything was looking bullish. So I was looking for bull flags and to continue on up. It was still pre-market. That was around 6:50 in the morning in Eastern time. So let me show what I did here. So I took a little bit of profit. This was a little bull flag right here. I got in here, and once it broke high, I don't know why I got out that early, but I did. Thank goodness. Well, I was up for a little bit, and then I bought above this high. This was looking like it was, pretty. There was some pushback right in this area, and this ticked me in by one tick, and then went against me. I should have bagged out as soon as it broke below here, but I kind of couldn't believe it happened, I guess. And I got out down here, and so then I was down, I think around $400. So I said, okay, this thing is still bullish. So I just here, let me just show a little line here. Took the line here, and then once it crossed over, I bought it above this high right here of this candle. I figured if it was going to, no, I think it was above this one. Anyway, I got in long 10 contracts here, and these are micros, and I think I only took one profit here, and then I rode this down here, and I was kind of sweating it a little bit. It was going against me, but I figured, okay, it's still holding. All the confluences were still long, as you can see. Oh, here's another thing I like to do. is compare the ES. This is the ES along with the NQ, and it was continuing up with that too. And let's go to this one. So yeah, another thing I like too is on these when you have a pullback. So this one, and you have a red candle. So this one was the high, and this did not break the high. So this, let's see, this one may have 45 even, and this one hit 46 and a quarter. Yeah, I did. And then it went back against me too. I don't remember. Let me look real quick. That's why I'm making these videos. I was still long though, because as you see, this is where I started fading more contracts out. So I still had, I think I had about 11 or 12, and I took one off, and then I just hung on. And then when these got up in this area, I just started fading them out. These were around in the 60s, the 160s, and on this one for the day, I was up 300 on this one. So let me go and pause it and get to the other account. Okay, so this is the third account I was trading, and I just opened this one up this morning because I didn't want to make too much in the other accounts. So I just grabbed another Lucid account, but it was up above this area right here. It was around, well, I'll just go show it, but everything was looking very bullish, and I waited for on the this is the 1 minute chart. I just waited for some pullback, which it gave right here. So I bought above this high right here, and I was just going to watch it closely. To, I had 10 contracts of micros, and so I bought right above the high. And when I took a little bit of heat, not much, but I just hung on to it, and I started fading them right here. So I was able to get out of all of them. I think that was the last one. I didn't hold on to any. No. Anyway, so I was up. I opened this at it was 25. It's a $25,000 account, and so once I was up over 400, I went ahead and took the profit, and I was done. So that was my trading day today. Like I said, all three accounts were green, and I was going to wait until after the 15-minute ORB, and really I should have made that trade afterwards because that's another one I like. That red candle pullback, buying above it. And above that little high on the white one, I think 503 would have gotten you up to. You could have taken out 40, so you could have had probably 40 points on that one, or I could have. So anyway, that was my trading for the day. Like I said, I'm done. I just wanted to document it so I can go back and watch this. And if you watch this and you got anything out of it, good for you. I hope it helped. So I hope you had a good trading day, and I'll see you in the next video.